Well, I thought Georgia Tech came in with a great mindset, played very hard, played very well early. They kept us off balance, disrupting our offense. We fell behind by 14, but we made some adjustments offensively and ended up cutting the lead to 2 at half. That was very important. And then in the second half, we were really able to get to the foul line and cash in at the free throw line.
Or if you have questions for Coach L, please use the hand raise function. We will start with Michelle Kaufman from the Miami Herald.
Hey, Coach, I have two. One is just how important was this win to get back in the winning column and not let it stretch to a third loss. And also I want to ask you about Sam, the game that he had tonight.
First of all, to me, Michelle, winning is hugely important. You like to win.
Mm-hmm.
And our guys, battled very hard. And people think if you lose, you played badly. Well, you might do something not as good as you normally do, like miss shots, which is what happened at Virginia. But tonight, we bounced back. We did a good job. I was very concerned playing a game without Jordan Miller, who's really a key cog in our offense and defensive schemes. But we had some guys step up and play well. Anthony Walker did a great job of subbing in for Jordan, and then Bensley Joseph, Wooga Poplar came in and helped us. Sam Wardenberg was terrific from start to finish, defending, rebounding, blocking a shot, and then making his shots. He scored 19 points. I don't know if that's a career high or not, but it's close.
Yeah, just under his career high against Carolina. Go to Chris Stockman inside the now.
Coach, again, with those guys stepping up, how big was that? Cam and Charlie dealing with foul trouble at times. You touched on the bench earlier in the week. Just these other guys stepping up, how important that is. And then also the resilience you guys are showing. You're down 14 at one point. We've seen this from your team. How big is that you guys can, bounce back from deficits?
Well, first of all, we were very concerned about Georgia Tech's bench because in their last game, their bench scored 37. And even at halftime, I can't remember what it was exactly, but it was like 12-2. Their bench outscored ours. And what that allows a coach to do is rest his starters and give them quality rest so they can come in and play at 100% later in the game. By our guys, Cam Auguste getting in foul trouble in the first half, Charlie Moore getting in foul trouble in the second half, we absolutely needed Wooga and Bensley to step in there and give us quality minutes, and they did. And they did it in a variety of ways, mostly at the defensive end of the floor. And that was critical because, in the last, I think 5 of the last 8 games, Georgia Tech had made 10 threes or more. And today they I think were very much on their way to 10 threes at halftime. So those guys coming in and doing a good job defensively was critical.
Luke Chaney from the Miami Hurricane.
Hey, Coach, congrats on your 100th ACC win. So I noticed Isaiah Wong and Cam Auguste received some playing time tonight before. Can you talk a little bit about your lineup experimentation from tonight's game?
I wasn't experimenting. We didn't have Jordan Miller. We had Anthony Walker, who needed some rest. We needed someone to play that position. And it worked out fine because those guys have actually done that in practice and in other games. Cam Auguste played the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 tonight.
Go back to Michelle.
Jim, I wanted to ask you about Jordan's injury. Is it serious? Is it mild? What happened to him and when?
I think every injury is serious until you're well. I don't know how long he'll be out. I think it's on a day-to-day basis. Hey, something I mentioned the other day that I would like to follow up. I think it's a fascinating story. No one probably wrote about it, but my wife and I were on campus on Sunday. I was drinking a smoothie and we met 2 law school students, one from UCLA, one from American University, and we invited them to the game. One of my thoughts has always been you recruit fans as well as you recruit your student athletes. We want our students to have a blast coming to the games. And I thought we had another great student crowd tonight. That crowd included 4 law school students who recruited 2 of their friends to come and cheer on the Miami Hurricanes. They sat in the second half with my wife, and I brought them into the locker room afterwards to let them know how much we appreciate their support. And I hope they'll come back again and again.
Did they have fun?
They loved it. And one of the young ladies said, my heart was beating. I was so nervous at the end.
Back to Chris Stock.
Coach, if you could touch on Cam McGusty, the foul trouble, but just the second half that he had 17 after the break, for him to do that. And what was your message to him?
What ended up happening, Charlie went out of the game. We put Cam at the point. We rotated he and Isaiah so that they had the ball in their hands and were the decision makers. And in actuality, I thought Cam's passing in the second half was critical. He found Isaiah, I think, for that 3 that he got fouled on. Cam ended up with only 2 assists, but he probably could have had a half a dozen assists if we made a few more shots. But he played a terrific floor game. He hit a couple of mid-range shots when the game was in the balance, and then he made most of his free throws. He was, 6 for 8 from the foul line.
Chris, did you have another for Coach Al?
Yeah, Coach, I was just curious if you could get your thoughts on Wake Forest. They're 9-2 since the last time you played them. What you've seen from them and the challenge that you'll face there on Saturday.
Right now, I think they may be the best team in the ACC. They have Alondis Williams, who's leading the league in scoring and in assist. If he finishes the season that way, he'll be the only player in conference history to do that. So they got one great player quarterbacking their team. The other guys play really hard and really well. They've got tremendous size. Walton and LaRavia up front, and then Mucius, and then Williamson. They've got a very well-balanced team. Not only could they win the ACC, they have a shot at winning a national championship, I think.